Good morning, you're watching Doordarshan News and this is the news for Hearing Impaired. I am Nancy Kohli and with me is Smriti Nagpal. Let's begin with the news in detail. In a setback to the Arvind Kejriwal-led Aam Aadmi Party government in Delhi, President Pranab Mukherjee has refused to sign Delhi government's dual office bill. Under the bill, offices of 21 parliamentary secretaries in the Delhi government were kept out of the clause for office of profit. President's House has asked the Ministry of Home Affairs to communicate the same to the Lieutenant Governor's office. According to the Government of the National Capital Territory of Delhi Act 1991, Delhi can have one parliamentary secretary attached to the office of the Chief Minister. However, Kejriwal in March last year had passed an order to appoint 21 MLAs as parliamentary secretaries for smooth functioning of the Delhi government. Prime Minister Narendra Modi called upon the people of Uttar Pradesh to get rid of nepotism, criminal activities, casteism and corruption for Vikas Yagna in the state. Addressing Parivartan rally in Allahabad on Monday, the Prime Minister hit out at the Samajwadi Party and the Bahujan Samaj Party, accusing them of colluding with each other for power in Uttar Pradesh, and called upon people to give 5 years to the Bharati Janata Party to serve the state in the upcoming assembly elections. He alleged the two parties make serious allegations against each other but do nothing when they come to power. Recalling the tenure of former Chief Ministers Kalyan Singh and Rajnath Singh, he said they took the state on the path of development. Prime Minister Modi stressed on the work his government has done in the last 2 years for youth. He said the centre has ended the practice of holding interviews for Group 3 and 4 government jobs. All state governments have also been asked to follow suit. He added his government has taken many steps for the benefit of farmers and the days of the exploitation are over. India and Ghana have signed 3 memoranda of understanding in the presence of President Pranab Mukherjee and his Ghanaian counterpart in Accra. India and Ghana have agreed to set up a joint commission to periodically review various aspects of the multidimensional relationship. Both the sides also signed an agreement on exemption of visa requirement for holders of diplomatic and official passports. An MOU was also signed between the Foreign Service Institute, Ministry of External Affairs and Ghana's Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration. Later, addressing the students of the University of Ghana as part of his 2-day visit to the country, the president said that reform and change of the United Nations is inevitable and the youth should be at the vanguard of this call for change. President Mukherjee will leave Accra to Cote d'Ivoire today on the second leg of his 3-nation African tour. The Bombay High Court on Monday cleared the release of the movie Urta Punjab, whose makers were locked in a dispute with the Central Board of Film Certification. A division bench of the court directed the CBFC to certify the film within 48 hours to enable the makers to release it on Friday as scheduled. Earlier, the board had cleared the film with 13 cuts under the A category. Meanwhile, the government has said it has no role in the working of the censor board. However, Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting Rajyavardhan Rathore has said that the functioning of the CBFC will see a lot of change once the government implements the recommendation of the committee formed to revamp the CBFC. The Uttar Pradesh government on Monday ordered a probe in connection with the alleged migration from Kairana town in Shamli district. The district magistrate has asked the STM and the circle officer to probe into the allegations. BJP MP from Kairana, Hukum Singh, has alleged that 346 families have been forced to flee the town. Last week, National Human Rights Commission had issued a notice to the UP government in this regard. In France, in another Islamic State-related attack, a man who claimed allegiance to the Islamic State group stabbed a French policeman to death on Monday night before he was killed in a dramatic police operation. A woman's body was found in the house in Magnanville, northwest of Paris, where the man had been holed up for hours. Earlier, the attacker had taken the policeman's wife and son hostage in their home after repeatedly stabbing the officer outside. French prosecutors have launched an anti-terror probe into the incident. French President François Hollande strongly condemned the act. The killing came after a gunman claiming to be acting in the name of Islamic State shot dead 49 people at a nightclub in Orlando, Florida on Sunday in the worst mass shooting in US's history. And with that, it's a wrap on this edition of the news. Thanks for being with us.